Okay, this is my video for the X350 with the T6 transmitter, default settings in the transmitter. I hope you can bear with me. I'm a little tired and I just decided I was going to do this video, so it's probably going to be really boring. I'm probably going to kind of slug along here, but just bear with me if you want to know all these default settings. So first of all, the transmitter, of course, up here is your idle switch, on off. Idle off is back, idle on is towards you. You would use that with 3G mode, which is here. You got your 6G is up, 3G is down. This is where you go into acro mode if you have this back towards you. So when you're flying 3G, have this back towards you. It's the best way to fly, or else you can't do inverted flight. So we're going to put these back up to 6G and idle off. Over here you have your dual rate. Up is low, down is high rate. Here is your throttle kill. Towards you is throttle killed, back is armed. You want to always have this off when you go to touch that drone. Now, here you have your trim switches. You have in mode 2, this is throttle, up, down, your yaw, pitch, and roll. Down here you have, of course, your trim switches, yeah, your power button, spot for your lanyard or leash, and here's your mode to get into the basic menu, and your back button. Here's your select button over here, along with your adjustment dial and selection dial. And to get into basic mode, you hold the mode switch down for a couple seconds. It'll get you into basic mode. Back out, use the back. And to get into advanced mode, you have to hit both buttons, mode and back, and hold them down at the same time with the transmitter on. You don't want to do it with the transmitter off and then turn it on. It will reset your whole transmitter. So do this with the transmitter on, hold back and mode buttons down for a couple seconds. If you try to hit them and they both beep, it beeps when you hit them right away, then you didn't hit them at the same time. You have to do it without it beeping, and then it will beep when you get into the menu. So right now we're going to start out with throttle kill on, low rate, 6G, idle off, throttle all the way down. And we're going to look at all the default settings. So we're going to turn this thing on. And right now this is what it looks like when you turn it on, but if you get the throttle up and down, you'll see it goes from 0 to 70. And of course you got all your roll, pitch, and yaw over here, and then your throttle over here. And you notice there's nothing happening on the throttle area here. That's because we have the kill on. So if we turn off the kill, now you have throttle. That means you don't want to be getting anywhere near that drone, because I did find out by accident that it is definitely earns the name the Flying Guillotine. Nice big gash in my hand. I bumped the throttle kill when I went to pick it up with my sleeve on my jacket, and then the bottom part of my jacket hit the throttle when I grabbed it. So yeah, it got me pretty good. So no wearing jackets or long sleeve shirts, I've noticed, is just not a good idea. Or set the transmitter down after you hit the throttle kill and make sure nobody touches it. So here we go with the settings, and we got, again, throttle kills on, low rate, 6G, and idle off. Throttle to the bottom. Okay, so we're going to go into the basic settings. Hold the mode switch down, and here we go into the basic settings. So right now we got reverse at the top flashing with 1 through 6. So if you push this to select, now you're in those settings. Everything is 0, 1 through 6 in reverse section. So we back out of this, go down to DR, and here you have 1, 2, and 4. Hit select, and you have 80, 80, and 100. Back, go down to EXP, select, You got 1, 2, and 4 again. 0, 0, and 0. Back. Go down to T curve. Hit select. We have 0, 25, 40, 55, and 70. Go back. Go down to P curve. Select. We have 60, 60, 60, 75, and 100. Back. Gyro. No numbers, but if you hit select, you have 75% gyro. That's in 6G. That's your leveling, low rate. So you're going to go back. I'm just going to go scroll back up to here to reverse. Now we're just going to go into high rate by flipping this switch towards you. And you notice the triangle at the bottom is now full instead of just the top of it. So now we're going to select reverse here. And once again, everything is 0. Back out. DR. Select. We have, in high rate, we have 100, 100, and 100. 1, 2, and 4. Back out. Go to EXP. Select. Now we have 0, 0, and 0 there. Back out. That's 1, 2, and 4. And then T curve, we got 1 through 5. Select. That's 1, 25, 40, 55, and 70. Back. Go to P curve. Select. 1 through 5 again. 60, 60, 60, 75, and 100. Go back, go to gyro, and select, and it is at 75 again. Go back, and we'll back out of the menu completely. Now, we're going to hit low rate, and we're going to go into advanced menu. So you hold down both of these. Like I said, if it beeps when you press them, you didn't press them at the same time. Alright, it did not beep. Now it beeps, we're in the menu. So this is something you don't want to mess with too much, except for programming new models. Here's your model select. You can select and program different models. Model type, of course up there that's flashing, it's the helicopter, which is basically what we're doing with the quadcopter, because there's no quadcopter picture on this. I've gone through all the modes. There's 10 different modes, or model selects and model types. Alright, swash type. This is important because I messed up on one of my other ones and I accidentally put this swash type to 3. It had the triple instead of the 2, and it kind of acted funny, but when I put it back, it was fine. Okay, and then your sub trim, all of these I've noticed are completely zeroed out in your advanced settings. And this swash type, watch when it changes. See, it changes to the 3. And I accidentally set it on the 3, and some reason, I don't know why, it started acting weird. So I got it back to normal. Okay. Alright, so all these were zeroed out. Of course, your model type, you would select helicopter number model 6. Okay, let's go back up to model select. So you have a couple different options in here for model type. You have helicopters and planes. There's a couple of planes in there, so you can probably program a couple of planes, couple of quads, couple of helicopters. Now, model select, this is where you can program different models, and it goes from 0 to 9, I think it is. I'm pretty sure. But I'm not going to get really into this right now. But just know that that's there. So we'll back out of this advanced menu altogether. Now, I'm going to go to, I know this high rate didn't change anything in that advanced menu either. Oops, see it beeped at the same time. I'm going to go into advanced menu. Okay, now we're in it. I'm going to go to swash type. That's just that one piece flashing there. Then here, sub trim. Once again, everything is 0. Okay, I know your mode 2, you can change that from left hand to right hand throttle. Okay, now we're going to go back to low rate, and we're going to go to 3G mode with the throttle, the idle off, or yeah, idle off, 3G mode, and we're going to look at the settings that way. It seems that all the advanced settings pretty much stay zeroed on the swash and so on. So we're going to go and say low rate, 3G on, idle off. And we're going to go into basic menu. And we have reverse is once again all zeros. Back out. Go down to DR. And now this is where some things change. You got 80 is 1, 2 is 80, and 4 is 100. I'll back out of that and go to EXP, select, and we got 0, 0, and 0, 1, 2, and 4 again. T-curve, select, we got 0, 25, 40, 55, and 70, no 6. Okay, and we got P-curve is 60, 60, 60, 75, and 5 is 100. Gyro set to 25 in 3G with idle off. So back. Now we're going to go into high rate. And we're going to go reverse is, once again, 0 across the board. DR, select, is 100, 100, and 100. 1, 2, and 4 are all 100. So we got EXP, 0, 0, 0 again, 1, 2, and 4. T-curve is 0, 25, 40, 55, 70, and no 6. That's 1 through 5. Back in P-curve, select again, 60, 60, 60, 75, and 100. Back again, and gyro and high rate is again 25 with 3G idle off. So back out of that. Back out of the menu completely. Now we're going to switch to low rate, 3G idle on. That's these buttons towards you, this one up. And with that idle on, you notice the throttle is showing 90 at the bottom. But if you bring it up to the center where you should be when you turn that on, it shows 30. So move back a little bit. I don't know if you can see this, but going all the way up, it goes to 90. Going all the way down, it goes to 90. In the middle, it's 30. So you have 30% throttle with idle on in 3G by default. So that's where we're going to leave it for this set here. Now we're in low rate, idle on 3G. Go back into the basic menu, hold the mode button down, and we have the reverse. Everything stays 30, so apparently there's no settings there. That's just our throttle position. Dual rate. Oops, I backed out of the menu all the way. Let's go back in there. Dual rate, select. On low rate we have 80, 80, 100. Back. Then EXP, select. 1, 2, and 4, 0, 0, 0. Back. T-curve. This is where we have some changes. 1 is 90, 2 is 60, 3 is 30, 60 is 4, and 5 is 90. So that shows your middle of your throttle is 3. Okay, let's go back to P curve. And we got 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100, 1 through 5. Back. And gyro is set at 25%. Back. Now let's go back up to the reverse. We'll go into high rate with 3G idle on. And we have reverse is still all nothing. Back. Dual rate. We have 1 is 100, 2 is 100, and 4 is 100. There's no 3, 5, or 6. Then we have EXP, 0, 0, and 0, 1, 2, and 4. T-curve is 90, 60, 30, 60, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same as before. P-curve is now 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100, 1 through 5. Gyro is now set at 25. So those are your basic settings there. So let's back out of that menu completely. We're going to switch back to low rate, idle on, 3G. Go into advanced menu and see if there's any changes there. Model select, model type. We want to go swash type, nothing, and sub trim. Let's select that and see what we got. 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. Still yet. And that's it. Mode select. Model select, model type. Okay. Let's back out of this. And then high rate. Let's go back into it again. I don't think there's going to be any changes. Swash type and sub trim. Sub trim is still 0. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So no changes there. So back all the way out of the menu. Now we can switch this back up to low rate, 6G, idle off, throttle all the way down. And that is the default settings for the X350 with the X6 transmitter. I hope this wasn't too boring. Like I said, I am pretty tired, and I at least hope this was informative for you guys that have to reset your model or rebind it or something like that. The binding process, I can't remember how to do it. I did it once a while back, but there are other videos online. You can just find out how to rebind the XKs with the T6 or T7 transmitters. I think there's one online. I'll see if I can find the link for it and put it in the bottom for the X350 rebinding and resetting of the transmitter. Okay, thanks for watching, and thanks for bearing with me.